Have you ever had one of those nights where you're so tired you can barely keep your eyes open? But the moment you get into bed, your mind suddenly wakes up? You toss, you turn, you fluff the pillow, pull up the blanket, kick it off again, and before you know it, the clock says 3 a.m. For so many people over 60, that restless cycle becomes an all-too-familiar routine. And it's not just frustrating, it's exhausting. The next day, you feel like you're dragging your body through wet cement. Now, a lot of folks think the only solution is in a pill bottle. But here's the truth. Your body is designed to sleep. It wants to rest. Sometimes, all it needs is the right kind of gentle help. And that help might already be sitting in your kitchen. For years, doctors have studied the connection between what we eat and how we sleep. And they've found that certain foods can work with your body's natural rhythms to help you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling truly refreshed. These aren't exotic superfoods you have to hunt down in specialty stores. They're simple, everyday foods that you can add to your life without turning your routine upside down. And the best part? They don't come with the grogginess, dependency, or side effects that often follow prescription sleep aids. Instead, they gently guide your body back to its natural, healthy sleep cycle. So let's begin with something that might surprise you. A warm, soothing cup of chamomile tea. Now, I know you've probably heard of chamomile before. Maybe you've even tried it once or twice. But did you know that this humble herbal tea has been used for centuries as a natural sleep remedy? And now, modern science is catching up to what our ancestors already seemed to understand. Chamomile contains a special compound called apigenin, which acts like a key fitting perfectly into the locks of certain receptors in your brain. These receptors help reduce anxiety and signal your body that it's time to sleep. Think of it as a gentle whisper to your nervous system, telling it, "It's okay to relax now." Dr. Karen Mitchell, a specialist in holistic sleep medicine, says that for many older adults, chamomile works not just because it's warm and comforting, but because it actually changes the way your brain responds to stress at night. Instead of lying in bed replaying worries about your kids, your finances, or your health, you can drift off with a calmer mind. There's also another layer to chamomile's magic. It reduces inflammation and supports digestion. If you've ever been kept up at night by an achy hip, a stiff lower back, or that bloated, uncomfortable feeling after dinner, you know how physical discomfort can sabotage your sleep. A cup of chamomile tea about 30 to 45 minutes before bed can help ease those discomforts, making it easier for your body to let go and settle into rest. And unlike caffeine or sugary drinks, chamomile won't cause your heart to race or your blood sugar to spike. It's nature's way of telling you, period. Let's slow down for the day. Now, as much as a warm tea can prepare your mind for rest, sometimes your body itself needs a little extra help letting go of tension. That's where bananas come in. I know, bananas might seem like the most ordinary fruit in the world, the kind you grab for a quick breakfast or snack. But this simple yellow fruit is actually packed with two powerful sleep helpers: magnesium and tryptophan. Magnesium is a mineral that works like nature's muscle relaxer. It helps your muscles release the tightness they've been holding on to all day, whether that's from sitting too long, doing chores, or just carrying the everyday weight of life. Bye below. Without enough magnesium, your muscles and nerves can stay in a subtle state of tension, even when you're trying to rest. And here's the thing. Magnesium deficiency is surprisingly common in seniors, which means you might be missing out on one of the most natural ways to help your body unwind at night. Then there's tryptophan, an amino acid that helps your body produce serotonin, the feel-good chemical that lifts your mood and calms your mind. Your body then converts that serotonin into melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain, "Okay, it's time to sleep." Dr. Robert Miller, a nutrition expert who spent years studying the link between diet and sleep, says he's seen patients dramatically improve their sleep just by making sure they get enough magnesium and tryptophan in their diet. Bananas, he says, are one of the easiest, most affordable ways to do that. What's wonderful about bananas is how gentle they are on the stomach, which makes them perfect for a bedtime snack. You can eat one plain, slice it over a small bowl of oatmeal, or blend it into a creamy smoothie with a splash of milk. Unlike heavy, greasy, or sugary snacks that can keep you awake, bananas give your body exactly what it needs to feel calm without overloading your digestion. Of course, tea and bananas are just the beginning. There's another fruit that might surprise you with its sleep benefits: tart cherries. Not the sweet cherries you might pop into your mouth in the summer, but the tangy, slightly sour kind you often see in juice form. These little gems are one of nature's richest sources of melatonin, which means they can give your body the exact hormone it needs to reset your sleep cycle. In one study, people who drank tart cherry juice twice a day slept an average of 84 minutes longer each night. That's not just more sleep. That's better, deeper sleep. Dr. Susan Walker, a neurologist specializing in sleep disorders, explains that as we get older, our bodies naturally produce less melatonin. This is one of the big reasons why so many seniors have trouble both falling asleep and staying asleep. Tart cherries essentially help restore what your body has lost without the need for synthetic supplements. And the benefits don't stop there. Tart cherries are also high in antioxidants that fight inflammation. If joint pain, arthritis, or even mild swelling in your legs keeps you from getting comfortable at night, reducing that inflammation can make a world of difference. Plus, they contain tryptophan, adding yet another layer of sleep support. Drinking a small glass of tart cherry juice in the evening, or enjoying a handful of dried tart cherries, can be a simple but powerful addition to your nighttime routine. As you can see, the right foods do more than fill your stomach. They can actually work on a chemical level to calm your mind, relax your body, and restore your natural sleep rhythm. And when you give your body these tools, you're not forcing sleep the way a pill does. You're allowing it. Now, while chamomile tea, bananas, and tart cherries can do wonders for relaxing your body and signaling your brain that it's time to rest, there's another quiet hero you might not be giving enough attention to: walnuts. These little nuts are more than just a crunchy snack. They're like a sleep toolkit wrapped in a shell. You see, walnuts contain a rare combination of melatonin, tryptophan, and omega-3 fatty acids. Melatonin, as you know by now, is the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Tryptophan, once again, helps your body make more melatonin through serotonin. And omega-3s, well, they play a supporting role that's often overlooked. Dr. Linda Brooks, a specialist in nutritional medicine, explains that omega-3 fatty acids help your body produce melatonin more efficiently by boosting DHA levels in your brain. That means walnuts don't just hand you a little melatonin. They help your body make more of it naturally. It's like having both the seed and the soil to grow a healthy sleep pattern. And for older adults, that's huge. As the years pass, our natural melatonin production dips, so anything that can gently bring those levels back up without drugs or artificial supplements is worth paying attention to. But there's something else walnuts do that's just as important. They help keep your blood sugar steady through the night. If your blood sugar spikes and crashes while you sleep, your body can send out stress hormones like cortisol, which can jolt you awake. A small handful of walnuts in the evening, maybe sprinkled over some yogurt or eaten alongside a piece of fruit, can keep that from happening, allowing you to sleep without those random 2 a.m. wake-ups where you don't even know why you're awake. Now, before we get to the last food on our list, I want you to think about how all these foods work together. They're not magic spells, they're partners with your body's natural processes. Each one supports a different piece of the puzzle: calming the nervous system, reducing inflammation, relaxing the muscles, balancing hormones. And when you put them together, you're giving your body the best possible environment to do what it's already wired to do: sleep deeply, and wake up restored. Which brings us to something you might not expect to see at the end of this list: the kiwi. Yes, that small fuzzy green fruit you may have eaten once in a while for breakfast or tossed into a fruit salad is actually one of the most effective natural sleep boosters ever studied. Dr. Michael Harris, a sleep specialist with over 30 years of experience, says that kiwi is the food he wishes more older adults knew about. Why? Because kiwi has been shown in research to help people fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up less during the night. In one study, participants who ate 2 kiwis an hour before bed saw a 35% faster time to fall asleep and stayed asleep 133% longer. For anyone who's been battling insomnia, those numbers aren't just impressive, they're life-changing. The secret lies in kiwi's natural ability to raise serotonin levels in the brain. Remember, serotonin is not only the feel-good chemical that lifts your mood, it's also the raw material your body uses to make melatonin. And for older adults, whose melatonin production naturally declines, that's a game changer. Plus, kiwi is packed with antioxidants and folate, both of which help reduce stress and improve brain function. 2 things that often interfere with sleep as we age. One of the most common things Dr. Harris hears from his patients is that their insomnia feels like it's all in their head. And in a way, it is. Stress, worry, and racing thoughts can all keep you awake long after you've turned out the lights. Kiwi helps address that by reducing oxidative stress in the body, which has a calming effect on the nervous system. It's not about knocking you out like a sleeping pill would. It's about helping your body reach a state where sleep happens naturally. The beauty of kiwi, like all the foods we've talked about, is how easy it is to add to your life. Eat 1 or 2 as an evening snack about an hour before bed. You don't have to prepare anything fancy. You can cut them in half and scoop them out with a spoon. And unlike medications, there's no risk of dependency. No groggy hangover in the morning. Just a small, sweet, and slightly tart fruit that could be your secret weapon against insomnia. When you put all of this together, the calming power of chamomile tea, the muscle-relaxing minerals in bananas, the melatonin boost from Tart cherries, the nutrient-rich support from walnuts, and the serotonin magic of kiwi, you have a complete, natural approach to improving sleep quality without relying on chemicals or harsh interventions. Because here's the truth: insomnia isn't always about something being wrong with your body. Sometimes it's about your body not getting the gentle nudge it needs to do what it's already capable of doing. By feeding it the right nutrients, you're simply giving it permission to rest. And when you finally wake up after a truly deep, restorative sleep, you'll remember just how good life can feel when you're not constantly running on empty. You know, one of the most beautiful things about this approach is how it takes the pressure off. When you've been battling insomnia for years, it can start to feel like a personal failure. Like your body is broken or your mind just can't shut down the way it used to. But what if the problem isn't you? What if your body has simply been missing some of the tools it needs to wind down at night? That's why these 5 foods are so powerful. They're not about fixing you. They're about helping your body remember what it already knows. How to rest, how to heal, how to wake up feeling like you actually slept. And the best part? These changes don't require complicated recipes, expensive supplements, or turning your life upside down. You can start with one of them tonight, and by this time, next week, you might already notice a difference. I've met so many people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who thought deep sleep was something they'd never experience again. Then they started making small changes, replacing their late-night coffee with chamomile tea, swapping sugary desserts for a banana or kiwi, adding a handful of walnuts to their evening routine, or sipping Tart cherry juice after dinner, and suddenly the nights felt different. The restlessness wasn't so sharp. The tension in their bodies began to fade, and little by little, they found themselves waking up before the alarm, feeling clear-headed and ready to enjoy the day. It's easy to underestimate the effect of food because it works quietly. We're so used to quick fixes, pills, devices, programs that promise instant results. But quick fixes rarely last. The difference with food is that it becomes part of your life, part of your rhythm. And the longer you keep at it, the more consistent your sleep becomes. Imagine this. You pour yourself a warm cup of chamomile tea, maybe add a drizzle of honey. You sit in your favorite chair, the lights are dim, the room is quiet. You take slow sips, feeling your body loosen a little more with each one. Then, maybe you have a small snack, a banana with a few walnuts, or a bowl with sliced kiwi and a sprinkle of Tart cherries. You're not just eating, you're signaling to your body. We're closing the day now. It's time to rest. That's how these foods work best, as part of a simple, gentle bedtime ritual. And it's not only about the night. The truth is, what you eat during the day sets the stage for how you sleep at night. Dr. Michael Harris often tells his patients, good sleep starts at breakfast. If you keep your meals balanced, stay hydrated, and avoid stimulants late in the day, you make it easier for these sleep-friendly foods to do their job when the sun goes down. The other piece of the puzzle is patience. Your body might respond quickly. Some people notice a difference after the first night, but for others, it can take a couple of weeks for the changes to really settle in. That's why I always encourage you to give it time. Think of it like planting a garden. You water the soil, you give it sunlight, and you trust the process. One day, almost without noticing, you'll realize the blooms have arrived. I want to leave you with this thought. Sleep is not a luxury. It's not something you have to earn or deserve. It's a basic human need, as essential as food and water. And you deserve to have it, no matter your age. You've spent decades caring for other people, working hard, showing up every day for your responsibilities. Now it's time to care for yourself in the simplest, most loving way possible, by giving your body the rest it craves. If you've been feeling tired for too long, please know that it's not too late to change that. You can start tonight. Pick one of these 5 foods. Try it. Pay attention to how you feel, not just the next morning, but over the next few days. Keep going. Your body is wise. It knows how to heal if you give it the chance. And when you do, notice a difference. When you find yourself sinking into bed and waking up hours later with that deep, rested feeling, I'd love to hear from you. Share your experience in the comments. Your story might be the one that gives someone else the courage to try. If this video has been helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Strong Elderly Life, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss more tips like this. We're building a community here, a place where we can share what works, encourage each other, and remind ourselves that living well doesn't stop at any age. Here's to nights filled with peace, mornings filled with energy, and days filled with the joy of knowing you've taken another step toward living your best life. Sleep well, my friends. You've earned it.